only have one more best of 3. Okay, so those suck. Sorry. The root guys are getting restless.
Alright, so here we have spawning on the bottom left position representing Flipside Tactics, currently tied 1-1. It is JonSnow.
And in the bottom right of Iron Fortress, representing Endurance Esports, is the purple Zerg player, Crayon.
Alright, so these are interesting spawning positions. These are relatively close. The, what would be the aggressive third is probably one that will not be taken. It'd be very annoying to hold that one based on these spawning positions. Crayon is gonna scout JonSnow first. JonSnow will know where Crayon is as soon as that Overlord, his Overlord meets Crayon's Overlord, probably over his own natural. But Crayon's gonna have the advantage of knowing what JonSnow is gonna be doing.
Yeah, Crown's definitely got the advantage here. He's gonna Overlord Scout first. And it looks like they're both gonna... I'd be surprised. They're probably both gonna go 15 pool. I don't think either one of them are gonna try something different.
Yeah, because on this map there is a lot of one-pace shenanigans that happen because of the fact that it's a 4-player map and it's easier to get away with that in ZVZ considering how slow the scouting happens. So they're probably both thinking, yeah, my opponent is definitely capable of doing a... And yep, you're right, they're both 15
God,
pooling.
What a god.
Respecting each other. What a god. So this is probably going to end up, most likely, into a decent macro game unless someone decides to do some sort of tube-based cheekiness.
I mean, you could definitely see from these positions a Roach Bane come in.
Yeah. It definitely is probably going to be a Roach type game because if they go Muta, if one person goes Muta and the other person goes Roaches, the rush distance is so short that they won't be able to get the Mutas out in time. So I don't think either of these players are going to be thinking of wanting to go Muta. I think they're maybe going to start poking in with some lanes, but not like being overly aggressive and tanking too hard into it, and are just going to prioritize going into those Roach Wars and trying to get a good advantage over their opponent. What's nice about the Roach Wars is because of the position of the third base that they're likely going to take, which are the ones that are north of their natural, you can get some decent burrowed Roaches counterattacks here, or just like, regular speed Roaches counterattacks. Or you can just straight up take the fights in the middle of the map where you can get a decent concave if you're there first. So it's all going to come down to, if they do go into this Roach style play that I'm expecting, who has, the better unit positioning. They're both sending Lings out to go scout right now. Crayon actually made 2 more Lings than JonSnow, and they're actually going to pass right by each other. I don't know if that's actually like standard unit pathing on this map, because I know it's a bit weird, or if Crayon purposely did that.
So weird.
Yeah, I don't know if Crayon purposely did that to avoid JonSnow's Lings or not, but Crayon's going to try to do some damage. He does have a few more Lings than JonSnow, so he has a little bit more opportunity to do so. It's all going to depend on how JonSnow is able to defend. Oh, and he gets to wrap around the Queen. Oh, that is actually really big this early in the game.
And he's going to get a drone. Oh, he didn't get a drone.
No, he didn't get a drone, but that Queen is actually really big. Oh, but he loses 2 drones. 3 drones.
3 drones. So it's kind of like even, but economy-wise, obviously, JonSnow's in the lead.
Yeah. What the advantage that Crayon kind of got with that Queen wasn't fully realized because JonSnow was already making a second Queen, so he's able to get that inject on time anyways, so Crayon's up a Queen, so he will have, it's kind of evened out except for the fact that JonSnow was mining more earlier. He did lose, 4 larva worth of injects, kind of, a little bit-ish, almost. So that Queen side would have been really big if he defended perfectly at home. But...
And did you just say little-ish, almost?
Yeah. Look.
Okay. JonSnow's... The advantage that JonSnow has right now, where this Bailing Nest is that Overlords can't scout it. And he might want to try to, after these 6 drones, he might want to actually put on the pressure.
He is going to have speed first, along with these Bailing Nests, so he does have, the mobility and damage dealing possibility of doing a decent amount of damage to Crayon. Crayon does have a spine aggressively, so JonSnow, or defensively rather, not aggressively, Jesus. So Crayon's going to be reasonably well defended and prepared for this, so it's just going to depend on how well he's positioned when JonSnow arrives with this timing, if he's going to plan on actually doing a timing right here.
Yep, it's the same thing we saw before. It's the Roach, it's going to be Roach Bane.
Yeah, and
And
I think he really likes that on this map for a good reason. The rush distance is close enough where he can reinforce really well, especially if Crayon were to have decided to go Muta. Crayon is getting a Baneling Nest now, but he doesn't have a Roach Warren, so he's
yeah, he
not.
really needs, like, he doesn't have the layer, so he needs a Roach Warren. Or, like, he just needs a Roach Warren.
Roach Warren are just more spines, so I don't think he's going to want to get more spines right now, especially since he doesn't know a Roach Warren's on the way necessarily. So, and he's a little
And
bit supply block, which is going
he's
to hurt
supply
him.
blocked, and he actually transferred a bunch of drones to the main. I think he knows this is coming, and he doesn't want to lose a lot of drones, which I guess is a safe thing to do, but this is actually really strong. Actually, JonSnow's pulling back. I think he's waiting.
I think what
I think
JonSnow was doing was like poking him and making him scared to make more units,
Yep.
and to like make
I
more
think
lings
that's
specifically.
I think that's exactly it.
Yeah.
'Cause the more lings and banelings he forces out, the more value that the roaches get, and the layer just starts for crown. So no spire inside. We saw against PandaBearMe that he already had a spire on the way when this push was coming, but obviously it's not going to be here in time. Like one Evo and one Roach Warren. I would even, if I was crown, just wall off with Evo chambers because this push is going to be very, very dedicated.
Yeah, JonSnow is taking a third behind this as soon as he has enough resources. Maybe. The drone is there. Oh, no, he decided against it. So yeah, he's just going to full on commit to this.
Yeah,
Maybe he's hoping there's
Crown-
an Overlord there and he
Crown's
can
throwing this stuff way too late. Like he needs to fully wall off with Evo chambers or something. Like he cannot attack this straight up. Like look at the armor supply. It's 43 to 15.
And that's a lot of Banelings and a lot of Roaches. We're going to see if Crayon can get some lucky little hits here, but we can see JonSnow is now engaging, focusing down the Banelings before they can make any connections. The Lings do get a decent surround around the Roaches, but the Banelings are going to come in and maybe kill some. Nope, the Lings do get out in time, but there's just not enough to be able to deal with. There's a bunch, only two drones go down, but a lot of them are hurt, so we get
That's
more
more
and
than
more.
2 drones now.
Now now he lost his Baneling
That
nest.
last Baneling
for
nest.
Banelings.
Like 6 roaches on the way from JonSnow, from Crayon, but 22 lings with the remaining roaches. Just that's gonna be it.
JonSnow loves dancing his Lings. God, and yep, and here the JonSnow is gonna put the final push into the main, pick off these roaches. As he decides to, there we go. He's engaging fully into the roaches. The Lings reinforcements are coming, and they're gonna help finish off the remaining defensive roaches from Crayon. He's gonna pull the boys, hoping that maybe he could hold on a little bit longer for any kind of chance in this game.
You can't really hype this up.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm trying. Look. GG! JonSnow takes the series 2-1 and advances from the winner match. That was a good game. Well, all those games were a little bit one-sided in one person's favor. Like in the first game, it was a bit one-sided for Crayon, and then the other two games were a bit one-sided for JonSnow in the sense that, JonSnow played safe in the second game, so, he just kind of had the build order advantage there and was able to defend really well. And then in the third game, he was